Before the pyramids, before the massive temples, before the grandeur of Egypt's old kingdom, one man inherited a fragile kingdom from a god king. His name was Djet, and his reign would prove that Egypt's early unity could survive more than one ruler. When the great pharaoh Djer died, Egypt faced a delicate moment. The kingdom was still brand new, held together by a combination of force, faith, and ritual. Across the vast lands of Upper and Lower Egypt, powerful nobles and regional governors began to test the authority of the new young king on the throne. The entire future of Egypt, this grand experiment in a unified state, rested on one question: could the first dynasty continue beyond its powerful founder kings? Djet inherited not just a crown, but immense power, crushing responsibility, and the weight of a nation's expectations. Djet, whose name is sometimes written as Wadj, meaning green or flourishing, ascended to the throne around 3000 BC. As the likely son or at least the chosen successor of Djer, he was groomed from a young age to rule a kingdom that was still divided by geography and ancient traditions but was now united under a single divine faith. He learned a crucial lesson early on. A pharaoh's power wasn't just about swords and armies. It was woven into religion, symbolism, and perhaps most importantly, public image. Djet's primary task was to maintain and strengthen the idea of divine kingship that his predecessors, Narmer and Djer, had worked so hard to establish. To secure his rule, Djet worked tirelessly to consolidate Egypt's newfound unity. He maintained a sophisticated administration, with scribes and officials stationed across both Upper and Lower Egypt. This network kept the kingdom running smoothly, collecting taxes, managing resources, and enforcing the king's law. In the realm of religion, he continued and expanded the worship of Horus and other important deities. This wasn't just about faith. It was a political strategy to ensure the people believed the pharaoh was the chosen representative of the gods on earth. And crucially, he left his mark on the landscape. Djet began construction projects at the royal necropolis of Abydos, leaving behind evidence of his power and piety that would survive for thousands of years. His reign might have been short, but its impact on Egypt's stability was absolutely critical. Nowhere is Djet's role in this continuity clearer than in his tomb at Abydos. This monumental burial complex shows the continuation of sacred rituals and divine symbolism that were becoming standard for Egyptian kings. Like his predecessor Djer, Djet's tomb complex included subsidiary burials for retainers and animals, who were sacrificed to serve the king in the afterlife. This practice, while grim to us, demonstrated the pharaoh's immense power and his central role in the cosmic order. The ritual carvings and artifacts found within the tomb are just as significant. They depict the pharaoh as the living embodiment of the god Horus, the divine protector of Egypt. These images were meant to ensure his power continued into the afterlife, reinforcing the idea that the pharaoh's authority was eternal. Djet's tomb was a powerful statement that the rulers of the first dynasty were not temporary warlords. Their authority was divine and endured even after death. Djet ruled as a living god, a god king. He represented order, or Ma'at, in a constant struggle against the forces of chaos. By successfully taking the throne after Narmer and Djer, he ensured Egypt's stability and proved the system could work. The pharaoh was the essential bridge between the gods and humanity, the ultimate authority in matters of both life and death. Djet's successful reign proved that this powerful concept of divine kingship wasn't tied to just one charismatic founder. It was an institution that could be passed down, enduring across generations and securing the future of the Egyptian state. Under Djet's steady hand, the first dynasty didn't just survive, it thrived. The kingdom remained united and strong. Egypt's administration grew more complex and efficient, its religious traditions became more formalized, and its military continued to protect its borders. Djet built a solid foundation of stability and continuity. His successor, a pharaoh named Den, would build upon this foundation and lead Egypt into what many consider its first golden age of kingship, a period of incredible innovation and cultural development. Djet's reign, though perhaps brief and often overlooked, was the essential link that ensured Egypt's early experiment in centralized rule wouldn't just be a footnote in history, but the beginning of a civilization that would last for 3,000 years. Djet may not be as famous as Narmer, the unifier of Egypt, or Djoser, the builder of the first pyramid, but his reign was absolutely essential for the continuity of the pharaohs. Without his steady leadership, Egypt's fragile unity might very well have collapsed after Djer's death, fracturing back into the separate kingdoms of its past. His two metabitos, the rituals he performed, and his unwavering adherence to the principles of divine kingship all helped to secure Egypt's future. So, why does Djet still matter today? His story shows us that history is not just made by one great king or a single great event. It's built on continuity, stability, and the efforts of those who carry the torch forward. Djet preserved the incredible legacy of Narmer and Djer. He kept the early Egyptian state unified, stable, and divine. The model of kingship that he helped maintain would become the blueprint for millennia, influencing every generation of pharaohs that followed, from Khufu to Ramesses the Great. If you want to uncover more secrets of Egypt's first kings, hit like and subscribe. Because the story of the first dynasty is only just beginning. Thanks for watching.